Welcome to the 88th episode of the Trading Without Borders podcast with Omobi, your host. Today's episode is focused on the Intra-African Trade Fair 2023. We will continue our discussions. I started sharing highlights in the 87th episode, and we will continue with that today. And I'm going to be sharing two updates, one in respect of African Gastronomy and Culinary Arts program that was launched by the African Bank at the IATF 2023 under its Creative African Nexus Initiative Connects, and also the Ball for Our initiative that's under the Basketball Africa League. So for sport lovers, this is for you, and also for people that operate within the food industry. That's the two updates for you. Okay, let's go right into today's one. Before we proceed, apologies, I did not release an episode last week. All I did was to reshare the highlights of the 2021 Intra-African Trade Fair. So for today, we will continue with the 2023. And if you remember at the 87th episode, I mentioned that Algeria won the bid for the next one. So the next one is going to be in 2 years' time in Algeria. So you can prepare to be there. Let's go for today then. Or let's go into today's episode. At the IATF 2023, the African Bank launched the African Gastronomy and Culinary Arts program under its Creative African Nexus Initiative Connects, and the objective of that is basically to refocus, that redirects continental efforts towards local food production in Africa to ensure food security, reduce high food costs and imports, and of course minimize the impact of external shocks on Africa's food supply chain. In respect of reducing external shocks, and so some of us recall the war between Russia and Ukraine as some sort of an effect on our food supply chain in Africa. So some of this is basically to minimize the impact of situations like this, and the program will help to promote African cuisine, to develop trade and local food value chain, and of course through the promotion of local foods, capacity building programs for entrepreneurs operating within that industry, supporting local restaurants, and highlighting health benefits to local and regional communities. And the program will also bring about increased access to finance to help build this infrastructure within the sector, such as restaurants, franchises, packaged good production plans, and develop local value chains, and of course increase employment opportunities. This is an awesome initiative, and we must say kudos to African Bank for this. And if you operate within that industry, I think you need to take advantage of this opportunity to see how you can participate and to be able to enjoy the benefits within this. Of course, and one of the highlights for me was also during the program there was a live demonstration of the Jollof Wars. I'm sure a lot of us Africans here from Nigeria, Ghana, and Senegal, they've been who has the best jollof. I have my own. I know who has the best jollof anyway. For the country that has it did not win at the carnival, yes, we congratulate the winner. But all the same, I'm not going to share my opinion who has the best jollof. But you can guess the country that I believe has the best jollof. But I'll just keep it to myself. And that it is concerning the program. Then we'll move on to the Ball for Our. Oh, apologies. I'm sure if you're not, for anyone that is not familiar, you're wondering what's jollof. So it's jollof rice. food that is popular within Africa. Let me just say Ghana, Senegal, and Nigeria. So there's been this competition of who has the best, and everyone seems to think, oh, our countries, or well, should I say majority is the best. So that's basically for those that are not aware of what jollof rice is. So that's what it is about. Another update is about the Basketball Africa League and African Bank. So at the IATF 2023, there was an under 23 ball for our basketball camp that's up, and there were various discussions concerning that info. That's basically to promote gender equality among fans, and of course think about increased female participation for that are also female participation in basketball. Really want to develop career in sports and in basketball generally. Then the Ball for Our program was basically to promote gender equality among fans and local stakeholders, and develop pipelines and opportunities for women to fully participate and be visible across the Ball for Our operations. And that took place there, and there were various discussions in respect of leveraging the cultural and creative industries for economic advancement between Africa and diaspora. And there was a masterclass on the business of sports in Africa as well. So in 2024, the Basketball Africa League season will take up in March 2024 in South Africa, and it will feature top 12 club teams from 12 African countries playing a record of 48 games across 4 African countries: South Africa, Egypt, Senegal, and Rwanda. That's over 4 months. And so for anyone that is interested in getting tickets, you can visit bal.nba.com to register your interest in getting tickets to attend the event. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up here for today. And as usual, the podcast is for educational purposes only. If you need expert advice, kindly reach out to me. If you'd like to speak on how you can get involved in any of these various initiatives or programs that we have been sharing in the podcast, on the podcast rather, please reach out to me. You can send me a message. You can also reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm Omobola Adekola, and until next week, I say to you, before I say bye-bye, I'm actually really looking forward to the holidays this season, and I'm sure we're all looking forward to letting our hair down for the end of the year. Until next week, bye-bye.